Okay, we are live. Make sure we get fired up here on YouTube. Bump and Run Sports. We're going 5 minutes early. And I get a call from Quebec, Canada. I'm sure that's not spam. I'm sure that's important.
Andy, your car. We've been trying to reach you about your car warranty.
I don't own a car.
I get them every day. I'm like,
yeah.
I'm really glad that you called because I've paid my car off exactly 8 years ago.
I get student loans.
Student loans. Never had one in my life.
Never had a student loan. Nope. Don't have a student loan. Never have. It's not like it got paid off 10 years ago and you still have it on your records. Nope. I also get
the U.S. Marshals were looking at me for a period of time there. And what's neat about the U.S. Marshals, they always like to call and let you know that they're looking for you.
Yep.
I'm sure those FBI agents that were slain the other day definitely gave them a call to let them know we're going to be there around 9 o'clock in the morning to take you off to prison for the rest of your life.
We're coming for your student loans. I don't know about you. I get the text messages about your business has been approved for a line of credit. It's like,
I don't get those. Somebody got a hold of a list.
I get those all the time. It's like, yeah, where were you when I needed you back in April, you fucks?
Yeah,
when my small business tanked?
Do I actually have to sign anything here, or are you just going to drop the money off in a suitcase?
Yeah, because when you're doing official bank business, a text message is how I like to do things. Like, $100,000 is that good? 100,000?
I know.
Send?
I know.
Yeah. Let me hit you up on Bumble. See if
Yeah.
I can.
Yeah, I saw you on Tinder. I noticed you needed a loan. That's how that works.
Like, how do you? I also get Bank of America Asian calls, and when I say Asian, I mean like they like I pick up the phone. It's like, oh, like what? Why am I on this list?
See, you
What
somebody
are you gonna get?
I always wonder, like when they hack, they say XYZ company was hacked. I don't think they want like your bank card information. They want your phone number to give to like telemarketers. It's probably they probably have the capability of getting more money through getting people through a phone than they do from producing a credit card, right?
It's like how Chris Downs. I get those Asian messages as well. It's just like this call from Bank of America. Like,
oh, I got a great one yesterday. I think I just deleted it. They're like, Cynthia, did you know that Virginia lawmakers are going to be voting tomorrow to, I forget what it was, and this, that, or whatever. I said,
that really affects you.
I said, you're looking for Cynthia? I said, I banged some chick off a Tinder named Cynthia. She loved anal and golden showers. Are we talking about the same Cynthia? Did she give you my number? Because during like the presidential campaign, people would respond if I'm like, oh, really? Well, what's going on? What's this voting thing? And they'll text you back. I never heard back after the anal golden shower thing.
You know what? I did the same thing. I've told you this story when I was getting, I can't, it was from AT&T, and they called me several times a week wanting me to change my cell service. And finally this one poor guy called me, and I was like, you know what? I'm really impressed with your tenacity and your go get it attitude.
Right.
So I have 3 requests. Like, can I pay my bill online? He was like, yes. Yeah, you can pay your bill. I was like, do you have 24-hour support? He was like, yeah, we do, man. I was like, all right, 3. Every Thursday at 2:00, I need you to come over so I can fuck you in the ass. How bad do you want this sale?
Well, there you have it.
Boy, those phone calls stopped. Boy, they stopped immediately. And to his credit, he was like, what? I was like,
hey, man.
I was like, listen, I get these phone calls all the time. I just want to know how bad you guys want my business.
It's fucking great.
And I swear, that they gave my number to like newbies that they hired because like once a month I would get a call.
Yeah. Give this guy a whirl.
Yeah.
That's the tester.
Dial Lang's number.
Yeah, if they make it through this number, then they're gonna make it.
Yep. And so thank God he didn't say yes. Whew, that'd have been awkward. Thank God he didn't agree to that one.
So funny.
All right, you ready to get going with this podcast?
Sure.
All right, let's do it.
Welcome to Bump and Run Sports, your home for golf, gambling, sports, and more. All picks are posted for free on bumpandrunsports.com. And always remember, gambling is not the problem. Losing is the problem. Now, here are your hosts, Andy and KJ.
All right, welcome to Bump and Run Sports, the podcast YouTube show. If you're tuning in on the podcast, this has already been recorded, so forgive us if we're talking to people in the room, in the chat room or anything like that. But moving more towards YouTube, but we'll keep putting these audio recordings out. Let's just get into it. This is a early nominee for Tales from the Courtesy Tent of the Year.
Tales from the Courtesy Tent.
No, I know where you're going.
I mean, Brooks Koepka got a ball to land in someone's shoe. There was a golf cart.
He can't hit greens, but he can hit a shoe.
We talked. So there was a golf cart on the path, and Koepka flies it over there because that's what Koepka's doing these days. He's not hitting fairways or greens. And first off, I didn't even know why there were shoes on the golf cart. Like, who's on this golf cart that needs a pair of shoes, and why are they not in a bag on the back?
It's probably the volunteer. Like, he had his spare set of golf shoes if they got wet.
So ball lands in the shoe, just straight up in the shoe, and they have to call a rules official over to to determine what to do. I didn't even know did you know what the rule is? On something like that?
Free drop, right?
Yeah, you drop it right underneath whatever it landed in. So
what was he underneath the bumper of the cart?
Yeah, all right, just go ahead and hit Brooks. Are you guys going to move the cart? No, play it where it lies.
Yeah.
What are you, Spieth?
Yeah.
No, like, so they took it out, and he just got to drop it because it was on a cart path, and he was standing on the cart path. He got to move it to the grass. But landing in a shoe, you and I talked about this. How many shots do you think he would have to do that again? I mean, a trillion?
100 million, trillions. It's not going to happen again. You couldn't do it.
No, you really couldn't.
I mean, that's like putting the ping pong ball thing out there for the goldfish at the fair. It's almost the equivalent of that. From 186 yards out.
Yeah, from 186 yards out, yes.
You know.
So, I mean, that's an early nominee for Tales from the Courtesy Tent of the Year. Getting it in someone's empty shoe. Amazing. All right.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
And on the Tails thing real quick, there were some bad shots. Just like they're going to have the U.S. Open there, and they haven't even turned that into U.S. Open summer wins type stuff.
Oh, my God. You talking about the water.
Just everything. Like, I mean, that tournament was a wide open tournament. The fact that Reed won by 5 shots was a joke. Nobody could hit a fairway. No one could hit. I was just yanking balls left of the green, hitting bunkers. Like, guys.
It was really bad. And what'd you say they're going to do with the greens?
Yeah, I said they're going to quit watering the greens on Monday until the U.S. Open in June and just make them slick as fuck.
We were saying that, like, if it rains, they're just going to send all their greenskeepers out with umbrellas, just like running all over the greens to try and prevent any moisture.
Like the baseball infield diamond tarp, they're rolling them out there over the greens to keep them dry.
Yeah. I mean, What was Reed 14 under? Like
He's something
in
5-shot win.
if that's U.S. Open caliber, winner's going to be what, 2 under, 3 under? They're going to make those greens so ridiculous and that rough so high.
Yeah, the rough was pretty tough the way it was.
It was. We're going to get into the rough.
On the disappointed.
Yeah. So we're all right. Let's go. And
The only person I'm not disappointed in was Patrick Reed and Xander Schauffele for making a run on Sunday. Other than that, everyone was terrible.
let's get into. I'm not mad. Matthew Wolff and Charlie Hoffman both withdrew. Weekend Charlie is now withdrawn 2 times in a row.
I won the bet. I'll bet against them if they got a line this week too.
Oh, you bet against Hoffman?
Yeah, and he did. Remember, I said Weekend Charlie. I said I hit that one. I think I had one against, or was it Wolf? Like, yeah. I'm already winning. He didn't even make it to the weekend.
I'm glad to see Matthew Wolff is really coming into his own. He had a horrible day on Thursday, and the weather was supposed to be garbage on Friday, so he just like, yeah, fuck it, withdrawing. I mean, he's like, I've won a tournament. I got my PGA Tour card. I'm good.
Yeah, I mean,
savvy move. Savvy move.
I was just down in that area. There's a lot of things I'd rather do when it's raining in that area, and walking around Torrey Pines is not one of them.
Let's play the Matthew Wolff drop.
Matthew Wolff.
Yeah, the old Wolf of Wall Street was not biting very hard. I don't know if you saw this. Andres Gonzalez, he shot an 87 on Friday. An 87 in a professional non-major tournament.
That's bogey golf.
That's horrible.
I have a lot of friends, including myself. If I played for about 3 weeks and tuned up, that could do it. Yeah. 87.
Yeah. Chris brings up Wolf hooked a ball left off the planet on number 10. He had so many shots that were just like, oh my God, man. Like, talk about having a little kink in your Chris Downs. Chris Downs, I shot an 87 at Torrey Pines South.
Exactly. You probably had more fans around you than that were there the other day.
You probably had more people interested than Andres Gonzalez. Other guys that disappointed. Adam Scott, boy, he pulled his disappearing act again. Shot +1 on Sunday.
I was looking so good with him going. So good.
That guy so disappears whenever he's in your fantasy lineup or you have a bet on him. Or
Dude, his putts, I mean, every time I looked, I'm like, fuck, is that Matthew Wolff or is that Scott?
Yeah, right.
And remember, I'm like, because they were dressed alike one day, or who else? Or I can't. But I'm like, come on, dude! You played 3 great rounds, and then you just can't seem to get the old belly putter harnessed.
Oh yeah,
anchored.
But it's not anchored, KJ. It's not anchored. Whatever he says, it's not anchored.
No,
he give me a brace sitting up, pulled up against his chest. No, it's not anchored.
He's got an anchor to a gag ball in his mouth. It's like where the ball goes. He sticks it in his fucking mouth and anchors it.
I mean, that guy, what I love about Adam Scott is, like, he will always have a great, like, Thursday. So that means on Friday we get to hear the announcer fall all over him like,
oh yeah,
the cleanest swing in the game.
Is he the greatest Australian ever? Is he
all of it? And then he gets up there and he's yanking 5-foot putts and shooting over, going from
putts.
First to 13th.
Some bad putts.
We got to talk about Rory. I mean, KJ, what is going on with Rory McIlroy?
His wedge, you are so right. His wedges are awful.
It's shocking how bad his wedges are. I don't get it. I mean, obviously he doesn't get it.
No, apparently.
But that whole KJ where he outdrove Koepka, and I can't remember who the other guy was. He outdrove him by 30 yards. They're coming into the green with 5 irons. He's got gap wedge in his hand. They hit it, and he's farthest away. Misses the lag putt, and then misses the tap in, and bogeys. He walked off the hole with the worst score on the hole when he was 100 yards away. I just like, What is going on with this? Of all things that a
Yeah,
golfer
Chris, he has no finesse.
with the same 340
No finesse.
powers. Yeah. But I don't understand. I don't understand how you can get that bad at wedges. Like driving, I get it. You're swinging hard. There's a lot of torque. There's a lot of things that can go wrong.
It gets
Putting,
in your
it can
head.
get in your head.
Gets in
But
your head.
wedges,
In your head.
missing by 70 feet,
It's all in the head.
that doesn't make any sense. It's just, I don't get it, man. I don't understand it. But Rory is definitely not
Not good.
not good. Here we'll play Rory.
Is that my goal? What the hell are you? I'm a leprechaun, me dear.
Born in hell, you little green bastard!
What's new in the league?
All right, KJ, we have to talk about news and stuff, and of course, one of our favorites.
Dad bod is a thing.
Don't hate me because I'm beautiful.
Good for him.
All right, so there's two issues here. First off, we'll get to did he actually cheat, but second, I enjoy it. Like I said, I get sick of whenever they cut to Tony Finau and he's blowing a putt. I get sick of when they go to commercial for 10 minutes. I get sick of when they go to CBS's Talking Heads. I get sick of the interviews with the CEOs. I get sick of Tiger highlights. This shit's interesting. Patrick Reed is interesting. As of now,
What else is interesting in golf right now? Nothing.
God, it's tough.
Nothing.
I mean, Dustin Johnson's playing over in Saudi Arabia.
He's the most uninteresting guy on tour next to fucking the Ginsu.
DJ's the best golfer on the planet and has nothing to say in interviews. Nothing.
Because he
Nothing.
has no brains.
So
I'd rather listen to Eddie the Pint Pepperell call the play-by-play in golf,
Easy.
unedited pay-per-view, and let him just rip people.
Tyrell Hatton hit a drive that was so bad he gave it the double thumbs up. He hit one and it was going down and he just goes,
It's
those
great.
guys are great. European Tour put out another fucking hilarious video.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this guy is
He's the only
fucking
American.
amazing.
Yeah. I hope he cheats. I want him to try to cheat in every fucking round. I want him to put an emery board in his back pocket. I want him to, they used to make these balls called condors and they were illegal, but they're slightly smaller. This is back when I played high school golf. And they were slightly smaller and they're like
This is
140 compression. You could just hit them a mile. So
I've never heard of
yeah,
these.
they're called condors, and I mean, they're like bootleg, smaller illegal golf balls. Like that's the kind of shit I want to hear about. I don't want to hear about Justin Thomas apologizing because he called.
Oh, we're
himself
gonna
a
get to him.
faggot.
Oh, we're gonna get to him. What's up, Cormac? Yes, Cormac is here. Yeah, Europe rocks. You listen. As far as entertainment factor, the European Tour is destroying PGA Tour. A, you can see it on TV. B,
Yeah,
like you can actually watch the product.
I don't
B,
have to watch the interview from the United Emirates, whatever that fancy airline
Yeah.
thing.
No, because the CEO's walking
Working.
around with, walking.
Oh, working.
He's
Actually working.
Or he's hanging out with Tommy Fleetwood or something. He's doing anything
Something.
except sitting in that box.
With Jim
getting-
Nance
Yeah.
getting a dry, uninspired hando under the desk.
It's
So
true.
bad.
It's
So bad.
I mean, if you can't sleep and if you're in the U.S. and you can't sleep, if you get up at like 3 a.m. and you turn on the European Tour, your mind is going to be blown. You're like, oh my god, they're showing all the shots. You're not overloaded with commercials. Like it's actually like entertaining. It's
watchable.
Insight. It's amazing. It's like
That's
a real sport.
It's a good product.
And then you go on social media and you got Eddie the Pint, you got Tyrell Hatton, you got the European Tour doing like actual comedy sketch, like Saturday Night Live comedy sketches,
Better.
which are fucking hilarious. Where did they come up with those? They're so great. So, yeah,
In
and
a
on that-
pub. They come up with them in a pub at their meeting, their marketing meeting at a pub down the road. That's where they come up with them.
where Shane Lowry's still doing his victory tour. He's still celebrating his British Open win. Yeah, Cormac, sick of staying up late to watch ad breaks in the PGA.
Where's Cormac at? In England or something?
Yeah, he's based out of England right now.
Okay.
So,
That's great. You stay up until fucking 3 a.m. so you can watch 5 hours of commercials and 11 golf shots.
of Merrill Lynch commercials. Wonderful.
Yeah, and Exxon oil commercials, which have zero validation in England.
All right, so let me ask you, KJ, what's worse? And I think I already know that. What is worse than Reed cheating? Is it him cheating or them taking 30 minutes, and I mean literally 30 minutes, to get the thoughts of 14 talking heads about the cheating while the tournament is going on CBS?
The thoughts.
It was
It's terrible.
I was pulling my. It's like,
It's
well,
bad.
let's go to Dottie Pepper. All right, go to. All right,
Dottie.
now let's go to Nick Faldo. All right, we're going to fucking Nick Faldo.
Let's go to Ian
let's
Baker
go to
Fitch.
Ian Baker Fitch. Fucking, we're going to Ian.
Let's
Meanwhile,
go to Faraday in the fairway. Let's go to the assistant intern producer out in the truck in the gravel parking lot.
Meanwhile, in the background, you can see the leaderboard scoring. I was like, boy, it'd sure be nice to see why Finau gained a shot on the leader. No,
Right.
we're going to be talking about something that happened on Friday for fuck's sake.
Reed's already played 3 more holes and been cleared of wrongdoing, and they're still rehashing.
So at first, I got to say, listen, did he handle it wrong? Of course he handled it wrong. That's what Patrick Reed does. He handles things wrong.
Right.
But I will defend him when he walked up and they released the audio where the volunteer told him the ball did not bounce. And it was like, okay, because he said that even people in his group said they didn't see it bounce.
And technically, that's all that you need is the agreement with the people in your group.
That's exactly
And that's
right.
what it comes down to.
That is exactly
You
right.
turn to the guys in your group, and yes, there are some other places where you need a course official to see if, like when Phil's behind a TV tower, where does he get relief?
Yes.
But it comes down to the guys in your group if they allow you to.
And both of the guys playing with him said we did not see it bounce.
Right.
It was a
So-
horrible. He was like, it was a horrible shot. I snapped it way to the left.
And they probably didn't even watch the golf shot anyways. They're like, I
No.
didn't see it bounce. I don't know. And I don't fucking care. You're 11 shots up on me. So
yeah. And so then they compare it to Rory when Rory like checks with the course official. And did you see what story came out today? The course official admitted that they accidentally stepped on Rory's ball. No wonder it was embedded.
pull the old Langer in the middle of the fairway, golf cart, run my shit over, bad lie trick, huh?
Yes. Yeah, so it's like, oh, we're going to give Rory the benefit of the doubt when it turns out, of course, it was embedded. The fucking course official stepped on it.
They should have been like, sorry, bro, I stepped on it, but you got to play it where it lies.
You better hope you can get that wedge underneath this
If that
thing.
was Reed's ball, they'd have been like, sorry, I stepped on it, but unfortunately, I'm a part of the course, like a tree, so you're going to have to play it where it lies.
I'm an impediment.
Yeah.
I'm a loose impediment.
I'm loose impediment.
So, I thought this was blown completely out of proportion.
Stupid.
And then they bring in, and then they have the CBS rules officials.
Official from the PGA.
KJ, I had to take Advil. Like my fucking head hurt listening to all this nonsense about just. Oh my God. And they're like, Reed reached down and said that there was a little like divot in there. Like the rough is
dent.
4 inches long. Of course there's a divot. You could reach down. I could go out in my backyard if
It's
there's
so
a divot.
stupid.
It was. Listen, you can give Patrick Reed shit for a lot of stuff. This is not one of them. No. I'm not. But I kind of enjoyed the controversy. I just wish when
Other than that, tell me what was exciting in the tournament. Name one exciting. What was exciting?
Koepka hit one in a shoe. That was good. Spieth's meltdown on Friday. That was fun. Where he misses the cut yet again.
And other than that, everyone not being able to hit the fucking the
Not
cup
being able to
or
hit
greens.
greens. Yeah. You're right, Chris. Chris says, yeah, Brandel Chambry had a field day. Yeah, it provided them hours and hours and hours of content. That controversy is kind of like why they have presidential debates. They don't have debates because you want to hear what these dudes have to say. They do it so cable news can have 3 weeks of content. Like. So, all right. KJ has. You there? KJ, there?
Yep, I'm here.
Okay. Let's move on to the next one. The USGA is starting to reveal their plans to take away from distance on the golf clubs. Hey, what's up, Corbin? How you doing? Thanks
Balls,
for
you
joining
mean?
us. Yeah. So, what's your opinion on? Oh, these guys are hitting the ball too far. We need to take away from it. I think that's dumb as shit.
Well, it's, when I played golf in high school, they had the Balata golf balls, and the ball was like a line drive that went 20 feet off the ground. It went up and then came down real soft. It didn't matter if you hit a driver, a wedge, or whatever. The ball flight was incredible. But that's the problem, is the technology. It's really in the balls. I mean, when you look at what Jack and the older guys did, it was far more impressive based on, it's not even really the clubs. Yes, there was, but the balls were hitting marshmallows. Literally hitting marshmallows. Yeah. That's why I was saying that Condor ball that I used to play illegally in high school tournaments. I mean, it's like it was like a 15-yard advantage. And it's true.
Patrick Reed of his generation.
I was the Patrick Reed. Foot wedging, Condor golf balls, the whole shit and shebang.
Amazing. I don't know. This is a reaction to Bryson DeChambeau.
Well, it's everyone more or less. I mean, the thing is, then what are they going to start doing? Like having courses that are 8,400 yards long, and
that's exactly. Well, grow the rough out.
I agree.
Grow the rough out.
Here's an idea: just fucking dry the greens up for 2 weeks, and I don't know, instead of the John Deere being 28 under par for the winter, grow the rough out so it's ridiculous. Mow the fairways towards the fucking tee boxes so that they're tougher, and make the greens slick. Just ice.
Yeah, you know what? That's make those like you're putting on a sidewalk.
That's it.
That'll take care of your
that will level it out quick. But the easiest way, the cheapest way to do that is soften up the balls in manufacturing and not changing 38 golf courses and moving tee boxes and making.
I agree. The courses are fine. Keep the yard. I like having courses where it's 7,200 yards and then one that's 7,800 yards.
Well, it's like Oakmont in Pennsylvania where they play the U.S. Open, where the greens are the size of my coffee table and they're all crowned. Yeah, and it's like 6,700 yards and the winning score is +6. That's all you got to do is slick up the greens.
Absolutely right.
Yeah,
I agree. Tighten up the fairways a little bit. I think you need to not get that involved in some of this stuff.
Well, in response to Chris here, is the PGA players will never catch up to the distance guys are hitting. It keeps more of a level playing field. Okay, so instead of Chambeau hitting at 360, he hits at 320, and then your boy Corey Pavin is only getting 190 off the tee instead of his 235.
Doesn't help.
I think is what they're trying to do is to keep it from everybody hitting, all their irons are bent. Everyone hitting a wedge, 9-iron, 8-iron into greens and making it more 4-iron, 5-iron, 6-iron.
Yeah.
That's why. That's what they're trying to do.
That's hilarious. One night. Corey Pavin is 190.
It is, man. He couldn't hit it. He couldn't hit it over the lake in the backyard, which I have. Sorry, I was pointing that way.
I was like, no, you're pointing towards the apartments across the street from us, not the lake. That's funny. All right, let's talk about the bouncer.
Justin Thomas.
Damn, it feels good to be a
Bouncer. Let me see your identification.
Get out of here!
I didn't do anything wrong.
A big bad bouncer threw me out.
Listen, I am all for self-improvement. I've read multiple self-improvement books. I've seen a life coach. I've gone to counseling. KJ, Justin Thomas says he will become a better person after a slur on camera. Oh my God.
Because he's just horrible.
Dude, this
Dude.
is out of control.
I have done so many awful things in my life to people.
You've done worse
women.
today. You've done 10 things worse today.
Absolutely. Never have I ever said I want to improve myself.
Well, we
And
can
then again,
obviously
that's why
see
I'm
that.
here. That's why I'm here.
That's
But
why we can see that with your unironed shirt and no light.
it's my hoodie.
Like, just listen, like JT, don't like him, that's fine. But to say he needs improvement to be a better person because he got mad that he missed a putt. KJ, if you put a microphone in my vehicle, if you put a microphone in my vehicle when I drive to the store, I will have said 38 worse things than Justin.
In the store is 2 stoplights and a left turn.
And I'm
Literally.
saying that about people. Justin Thomas said it about a golf ball,
Himself.
an inanimate
ball.
object, or himself. Like, people are acting like he walked into a crowd with an axe and
You know what we
started
should do?
swinging.
We should have me
God.
wired up. We're gonna go live and we're gonna watch the next congressional hearing or something like that, and watch my reaction and have it on live and see if people think I could be a better person.
Like you and me both. Let's just sit there
Anybody.
and watch the next debate or political
Anything.
discussion. We will use way worse words than what he doesn't need to be a better person. He's fine. He made a mistake. It's okay.
I can't ever recall
Jesus
actually thinking I need to
Christ.
be a better person. Probably because I do need to be a better person,
You,
but it doesn't interest me. For what?
as your next door neighbor, it does interest me. As your podcast partner and next door neighbor, that is interesting. So, all right, finally, NBC will debut. This is This is
great.
This is a classic case of golf getting the right idea
And doing it wrong.
totally screwing it, totally implementing it
Lay it
wrong.
on
You
us.
ready?
Lay it on us.
NBC will debut a betting show. This is at the Waste Management, okay? Betting show. We're going to talk about live lines, live odds, individual hole betting. And I know this came from like the what was it? The Peyton Manning, Steph Curry versus Barkley. Yeah, those were the live betting is fucking dope, where it's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're gonna do that here. All right. So how would you screw this up, KJ? If someone said to you,
They're not going to use real lines.
no. Like
Okay.
on the actual implementation of a live golf betting show, how could you screw this up?
By not betting on live stuff.
No, you now have to buy a subscription to the NBC Peacock app. So KJ, let me run this by you. So now I have to pay for NBC Gold. And when I say I have to pay for NBC Gold, that means everyone that I've shared my username and
Right, I
password.
piggyback
still
off
have,
of it,
yeah, I
right.
have to pay for it for me and all my friends.
It would cost you 11 cents if we all paid you.
It really would.
It's true.
Okay, all right. So there's that. Now, if I want to watch TV coverage, I have to have my TV on. Okay. So now I have my TV on to watch the actual golf coverage, which is half commercials. Now I have my laptop with the feature groups, and now I have to have another fucking computer with Peacock Premium to watch.
Who are these yo-yos that are going to tell us about betting on golf? I mean, honestly, who?
I mean, they haven't asked me. I offered my services for the fantasy website, and I got
Yeah,
told no.
how is Brittany doing at PGAtour.com? Anybody there to
There's
manage
been
this?
some changes in the fantasy website, if you noticed. Not all good, but yeah. So now, no joke. If you want to watch golf, if you want to watch the TV coverage, if you want to watch the feature groups, and you want to watch a gaming show, you need 3 devices.
3 devices, and 2 of them you have to pay for separately.
You're going to have Chernobyl side effects with that
How
much
about this?
electricity.
Can we just pay for wire-to-wire coverage someplace?
Oh, you didn't get to my best part. They're only going to do this for 2.5 hours. That's the best. That's the best.
And you know
part.
who they're
I
going to do
didn't-
it on? Dustin Johnson, Justin Thomas, Xander Schauffele. There's going to be about 6 golfers involved.
Yeah, it's like, listen, hey,
And
assholes.
everyone's got their money back on that Russell Knox Matsuyama
Listen,
showdown.
I got Harry Higgs over Ryan Moore, fuckers. Let's get to 13. Can we get- Ryan Moore's in the rough and Harry Higgs is lining up his birdie putt. Let's fucking go, guys. Let's.
Yeah. Can we get over there? Oh, you don't have a camera crew there yet.
So yeah. Oh boy. Old Peacock, Chris. Anyone see this guy's last name who plays for U of Indiana? Cockburn.
Is that right? IU's got a guy named Cockburn.
I don't know.
That's great.
All right, kids, I'm going to drop some music here real quick.
Yeah.
You ready? I don't know if you saw this story. Rapper Lil Uzi Vert got surgically implanted in his forehead a $24 million pink diamond. So right here in your forehead, he got surgically implanted a $24 million diamond.
No, I
Not
somehow
down with that?
somehow I missed that story.
Okay. So I got some golfers here that should get some things implanted in their forehead, okay?
Okay.
Ready? All right. So John Daly should get a large Diet Coke from McDonald's, just like bang, right there in his forehead. Lucas Glover, you know what he should have implanted right there in his forehead?
A swimming pool skimmer.
A restraining order.
Or he already
there,
has a swimming pool skimmer.
Yeah, restraining order. Tommy Gainey.
A glove.
No, a hooker. Remember he got busted
Yeah.
in the prostitute. So he's going to have a whole hooker right there in his forehead. Stephen Bowditch.
Who is on the chat room that I'm on on Facebook. He's hilarious. He's such a great guy.
Oh, he's so
He'll
good.
have a bail money.
That's a good one. I went with a steering wheel because he's just leaning against the steering wheel, asleep in the intersection. Jordan Spieth, he's gonna get something embedded in his forehead. You know what it is?
A Bible.
No, it's an article saying that he's really close to being back in form. That's the Jordan. That's the Jordan Spieth embedded.
Boy, did that guy fall
And it
out.
could be a tattoo. You could tattoo.
Yep.
Tiger Woods.
Back surgery.
I have an IHOP waitress. Just the whole waitress is going to be Greg Norman. Greg Norman's going to get something
A
embedded.
shark.
No, a participation ribbon.
He did participate poorly.
He participated.
Poorly.
And then finally, a golf patron. Do you know what the golf patron had embedded in their forehead?
A patron pass.
No, it was a golf ball from Phil's tee shot. That was just right there.
Very accurate.
Middle of the forehead. So that's your that's your those are your embedding. $24 million for pink diamond to be put in your. You know how when you and I have this argument when I say some people have too much money? This is an example.
No, you're right.
This is an example. Like
I agree.
there are some people that have too much money.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
come on.
If,
Fork
I
some
tell
of
you
it
what,
over.
I will back you up on that if you cite examples of their gluttony, and that's fair.
Like this,
Yeah.
this, like $24 million in your forehead.
I mean, until Jeff Bezos,
Step down, retired. Step down as CEO of the board. He's done with Amazon.
yeah, I know, because he's going to get diamonds stuck in his head.
Fucking rich, fucking jerk off.
Time for trivia for drinks.
By the way, I feel like we need to have. This is completely random. I feel like we need an OnlyFans account. I feel like everyone has an OnlyFans account. I don't subscribe to OnlyFans, but
I do.
Oh, do you really? Is it worth it?
Okay. I mean, is this the rest of the show? We want to talk about my
Well, we're
subscriptions
getting ready
to
to
OnlyFans?
go to trivia.
it's worth it. Like I get hit up on Seeking and these dating apps. Like, hey, check out my OnlyFans. I go there and there's like 7 posts and 5 pictures for $20 a month. I'm like, what? Then I jump on my dirty Twitter account where I only follow industry
It's
women
okay,
and whatnot,
You can say
porn
it.
stars and whatever. And like you click on their OnlyFans and it's like $3.99 a month. And they have 1,100 videos, traffic cones going in every hole. I mean, whatever it might be for $3.99. I'm like, and there's like updates 5 10s, like Sis West OnlyFans, phenomenal. Updates all the time.
Oh my god,
She's got like 1,100 videos, but at least you're getting
1,100 videos.
Yeah,
There's not,
getting.
like, how is there enough time in the day for you to make all these fucking videos?
That's all she does, Andy. That's all she does.
I know, and we've talked about her. She is doing damage
I know,
to herself.
but
God
at
love her.
$3.99 times 1,000 subscribers a month. Or you can be chick on
like,
Tinder on the other side of town that wants me to subscribe for $19.99 because she has 4 tit pictures in a fucking Walmart bra.
Sis Sweat is like most women are like, I got a new sex toy. Look, it's this little like kind of dildo vibrating. Sis Sweat is like, I got a new sex toy. It's the fire hydrant outside. like what is that thing? It looks like you duct tape 14 rolling pins together. What is that?
Only 10. It's true. So yeah, I mean, OnlyFans is good. I just have, and I'll screenshot it and I'll show you it sometime, and then you can go to their page and see like.
My favorite part about all this is, even though I'm married, sometimes you do act like I'm a priest. You're like, well, I have an account that's only for. It's like, oh, I don't.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Not me.
Did you hear me the other night, by the way, with that girl?
No, this is one of the funny things about living next door to KJ. We literally share a wall.
It backs up my bed. My headboard backs up to his stove.
So KJ can hear my garage door like with pinpoint
Open,
accuracy.
yes, pinpoint accuracy.
it's like a stereo was in his room.
When you used to ref all the time, I was like, "Oh, it's 12 minutes after 11. Andy's home." You know, like, oh yeah, he's home.
And at the same time, if KJ has a lucky female over, his headboard is against
A not so only fan over. I had this
His
girl,
headboard is against my kitchen wall, so you'll just hear like this knocking and banging, and it's like,
and she's screaming and like all. I'm like, shut the fuck
I'm well
up.
aware. I'm well aware.
Shut up.
You have people upstairs. It's great. Okay, all right.
Trivia.
Come
Where
on,
were we?
KJ, let's get back to trivia. Come on, man. Let's keep the show on board. All right, here we go. Whose worst finish at the Waste Management is 16th? Is it John Rahm, Justin Thomas, or Hideki Matsuyama? I got.
I'll go with din, 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 din.
Stop. Have a time.
He's from there. Went to college there.
Yeah, him and Arizona State. Him and do you remember who he won? What's the tournament in New Orleans where they pair up? Where they
In Memphis, you mean? Or they change it to or
No, it was in New Orleans. Anyway, him and Ryan Palmer went to Arizona State, and they teamed up. Remember, because that's why Ryan Palmer was playing in the Tournament of Champions.
Yeah, how'd this guy get on
We were like,
here?
why the fuck is Ryan Palmer playing in the Tournament of Champions? Oh, he teamed up with John Rahm, and they won the QBC Scramble Invitational.
And by the way, guys,
Yeah,
if you haven't
Chris
seen,
Downs said it.
Yes.
Rahm and Palmer. Yep, that's exactly
have
right.
you seen John Rahm's shoes? I mean, they look like Grandpa's Velcro sneakers. I mean, they are fucking terrible. They're all white. He's got like the tongue hanging out of one shoe, not on the other. This guy is on the top of the leaderboard every week he plays, and he obviously doesn't have a shoe contract unless it's like Dr. Scholl's or whatever old people's shoes are.
Question 2, KJ, who finished second last week, but has 3 missed cuts in his last 4 years
Schauffele.
at the Waste Management? Well, I said Schauffele, Palmer, or Norlander.
Schauffele.
It's Palmer. believe it or not.
Missed cuts?
Yeah, 3 missed cuts in his last 4 years at the Waste Management.
But he's also been playing shit golf until this year.
He's been rough, and then he's kind of come out and done pretty good.
Who's the better
Second
golfer right
last
now,
week.
Palmer or Spieth?
Oh, Palmer, it's not close. If they put that shit up on DraftKings,
Yeah.
I'm all over it. That's a no-brainer. 4% play. Question 3. Which one of these golfers missed the cut last year in his only appearance at this tournament and is coming off of 2 straight missed cuts? So he's missed 2 straight cuts, and he missed this cut last year. Is this Scotty Scheffler, Matthew Wolff, or your boy Gooch, Taylor Gooch?
Scotty Scheffler.
It's Scotty Tuhati Scheffler, who has started off 2021 horrible. Lot of hype behind old Scotty, and he is disappointed. And who has 2 straight top 21 finishes in 2021 and finished 6th and 26th the last 2 years here. So 2 weeks in a row he's playing good, and 2 years in a row he's played good here. Is this Brendan Steele, Carlos Ortiz, or Max Homa?
Homa.
Anytime I put Max Homa in a question, you know it. You know it's Max Homa because I got to play the drop. You ready?
This is Mad Max.
What a lovely day!
Yeah.
We're in the
Spoilers.
year of Mad Max right now, by the way. You know that, right? 2021.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's the year of fucking Mad Max.
Oh, wow.
Good thing we got a lake out back because we got plenty of water. What if a bunch of pirates and shit show up like in the spring, like to siphon all the water out of there because
You know what? I'm never worried about living in a zombie apocalypse.
No.
You know why? Because I won't survive. I'll be done by day 2. You think I'm gonna live and suffer? Are you fucking kidding me?
we'll just have to light our building on fire.
I've had a great run.
Zombies don't like fire, right? Is it fire or water?
I don't know, man. I haven't talked to many zombies recently, but no, like zombie apocalypse does not scare me at all. I'll be dead by day 2. I've had a great run. I'm 41. Life is great. I'm happy. Zombie apocalypse comes, your boy's out of here. So, all right, let's go to the Saudi International stacked field. We got 2 great tournaments this week, KJ. The Saudi International and the Waste Management. This is a fucking great weekend for sports. Do you realize we have the Waste Management with fans? And like you said, I don't know, KJ, what do you think? Are they going to be sporadic, kind of spread out all over the course? Or what?
Every
do you think?
fan's going to be on 16. Nobody else on the course.
Every single fucking fan is going to be there. And it's going to be great. So we have the Waste Management, okay? We have the Saudi International. So now you've got basically 24 hours worth of golf.
Okay.
UFC,
Yeah.
and the fucking Super Bowl. This is a great weekend of sports.
Is Corbin. Everyone's running from the zombies, and you're just standing there drinking your bourbon.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Make sure you take a good chunk out of the neck. I don't want any suffering there, boys.
Oh, shit.
Have you watched Walking Dead?
Nah.
I started watching that show and I was like, this is the dumbest fucking show ever.
Wasn't that one of those popular ones that like everyone was all
huge? And then I think people finally came to the realization that like, yeah, I don't want to live in this existence. Like I would rather be dead rather than trying to.
Which season, 1 or 22?
That's so true. It's like still going on. It's like, listen, I don't want to have to like shit in a Ziploc bag and save it for later because I might need it to munch on because I'm
The good
hungry.
news is
I'm fine.
we've got so many geese out here we can eat the goose shit.
Yeah, we can eat goose. We can eat.
Since our dogs refuse to chase them.
That is true. KJ and I live in a place that, this is no joke, KJ and I live in a place that is overrun with geese, and I got a slingshot. And if you've noticed, I hit a few of them, and they have not come back.
I haven't seen them around. Have you hit some? Good.
Oh, hit them. Like KJ brought up a good point. I was like, man, I don't want to hit them like too hard. I just want to fling some across the ground. And you were like, no, it's like 2 feet of fat.
Yeah, I mean.
So I took the slingshot. This is true. I took the slingshot and I put a bunch of mulch in it, and I like pulled it way back and I let it go, and all it did was blow up in my face. So I needed something a little bit more. So I took some pebbles, flung them across. Dude, I hit one square in the belly. That thing didn't budge.
Just get a ball of it. Just go get like 1,000 marbles. You can get them for like 80 cents on.
Well, out by our mailbox, we got a bunch of pebbles. So I rip them across the ground.
I was wondering where all the pebbles went.
Yeah, you hit them in the feet. Oh yeah, or the webs. If you hit them in the Webb Simpson, they're out of here. They are fucking
hit them in the Simpsons.
Out of here. I do, man. You haven't seen them. They're like, we're not going to that. But fucker's got a slingshot. Okay, so yes, Corbin, I ordered a Miranda Maverick T-shirt for KJ, and yes, I will get KJ to get on the UFC show. You got to come on the goddamn UFC show with us, KJ.
All right.
You have to. All right, let's do Saudi International trivia. Are you ready? Who has finished first and second? Well, they've only played this tournament 2 years. Okay, so who's finished first and second both years? Dustin Johnson, Bryson DeChambeau, or Patrick Reed?
Dustin Johnson.
It is Dustin Johnson. I won't play the drop for him. Question 2. Whose last 2 finishes here are 6th and DQ? Matt Wallace, Justin Rose, Sergio Garcia.
Sergio.
You remember what he did?
Didn't he destroy the bunker and go crazy?
This was the one where he destroyed the greens.
Yeah. Yeah. It wasn't the bunkers, the
yeah.
greens.
I got to say, KJ, Sergio looks good this year.
And you want to know what's even funnier? Sergio didn't even say, I have to be a better person for destroying the greens.
No,
he didn't say that.
He was like, fuck you. I'll see you in Dubai.
Give me my $1 million appearance fee.
Sergio looks good this year. I wanted to fade him, and I'm watching him. I don't know what it is.
I'll tell you what it is. That stupid baby named Azalea is like 5 years old now and off to school.
That's right.
Remember he won the Masters and had that stupid kid and named it after a bush?
He did.
So
that's
dumb.
True. That happened.
No, not the name. Having a kid. That's dumb.
I'm telling you, body language looking good. Sergio's a bet on guy. I thought he was going to be bet against. He's bet on. Who has finished? KJ, question 3 about Saudi. Who has finished 17th and 6th the last 2 years here, but missed the cut the last 2 tournaments he's played in? Kevin Na, Abraham Answer, or Ian Poulter?
Poulter.
Yeah, see, I kind of give away.
Ian Poulter.
Love it.
Ian Poulter.
I'm late for everything. Really? Everything I do, apart from teeing off, because obviously I get penalised for that. But yeah, I'm late for everything. I just find time disappears.
If you're ever listening to these questions and you ever hear Ian Poulter or Max Homa as one of the answers, it's always them because we love playing those drops. Final question for the Saudi. Who's the only player to finish top 4 in his last 2 tournaments, KJ? Tony Finau, Tyrell Hatton, or Victor Hovland?
Hovland? No, he faded.
Remarkable story in the first round of Tony.
Tony Finau, he's finishing top 10. Can't putt to save his life in the final round. So, fun facts, KJ. Here's some fun facts for the Waste Management. Matt Kuchar, last 4 finishes, 16th, 4th, 5th, and 9th. That's here at the Waste Management. Mm-hmm. Rory McIlroy is playing here. Do you know this is his first time?
I'm surprised he's not in Dubai, but he has to make all of his tournaments now that you can't fly around I don't know.
First time to have Rory McIlroy here at this tournament. That's kind of cool. And we should call this the Martin Laird Invitational. 7 straight made cuts here. This is the tournament where everyone gets sneaky and puts Martin Laird in their DraftKings and fantasy lineups.
I may actually do it
here.
I may do a DraftKings lineup since I accidentally dumped $100 in that fucking account.
Isn't that great how DraftKings and FanDuel, like if you dump money into the daily fantasy, it just stays there, and
Yeah.
it's not. You can't.
I've done it both times. I've dropped. I probably got $400 sitting in in DraftKings in daily fantasy.
That you haven't used in months.
Haven't used it in months. Didn't even cross. I'll do it this week. Watch me do it this week and win like $14,000 with Martin Laird and
Shoffley, Berger,
Shoffley.
Laird. Fun facts for the Saudi International. Justin Rose, no top 15 finishes in the 2021
because
season.
he sucks.
I don't know what happened to that
New
guy.
clubs,
but he
no
is
head.
And then Lee Westwood is the race to Dubai champion and has missed the cut in both years that he has played here. Lee Westwood. Oh my God.
Why does he care? Why does it matter he plays here when he can go over there and just take down $8 million and win the race to Dubai?
Well, I saw an interview with him where he talked about, he said, he's like, he's a gym rat. Like he is in the gym all the time. And he's like, I push myself too hard, so I play too many tournaments. So if I have a break, I do good when I come back because I'm refreshed.
Hey, for you guys, listen, Corbin, do you know who Corky is from Life Goes On, the TV show? Google it. That's Lee Westwood. Google Corky, Life Goes On TV show. Look at them. They look the same.
You know what? Kevin Na won a tournament, and I forgot to play his drop. Can I play his drop?
You can play it.
I love Kevin Na's drop.
Say, na, 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 na.
That scream is great.
Of course, the classic Kevin scream from Home Alone. Amazing.
So funny.
Yeah, so good. Let's do some bets, KJ. You want to do some bets? I'll give out some bets here.
Time to make money.
Show me the money.
All bookies and sports books, you've been warned.
Be afraid. Be very afraid.
We're your worst nightmare. I have a very particular set of skills. Skills I've acquired over a very long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you.
This is no dream. This is really happening.
It's the Golf Betting Guys. Head-to-head matchups.
All right, let's do some bets. Let's start with the Saudi. Ready? This is part of the Wager Talk. By the way, my plays are up on wagertalk.com. Your boy is 4-0 in his last 4 PGA picks. I am on fucking fire. KJ, back me up. How good are my NBA player props?
Oh, they're great. Every
Dude,
night.
they are so fucking good.
And I had a doozy last night. Yeah.
I want to go over your doozy last night. After this, I mean, Saudi International. They have David Lipsky over Phil Mickelson.
I'll take that shoe that Koepka hit the ball in over Phil right now.
So, I mean, I'll go over the stats, but I mean, this is all
Why?
you really
Why?
need.
Honestly.
All right. Do you know Phil finished 3rd at this tournament last year? But this was like a kind of a no-name, you know, not a big tournament. His recent bad finishes, it's terrible. Nothing inside the top 40 this season. 6 straight tournaments finishing above par. 6 straight tournaments finishing above par for Phil. And Lipsky's good. Coming off, he had a big break. Played the last 2 weeks. Played really well. Finished 5th and 35th the last 2 weeks. So anybody this is a 4% play for me on Wager Talk. I don't give these out. This is a big one. I mean, Lipsky over Phil. I couldn't believe it. And Sacker watches European Tour. He beat me to this. He called me and he was like, "Do you know how good David Lipsky is?" I was like,
Is that on DraftKings or which book was that?
That's on the offshore.
Okay.
So.
Because I just took Westwood over Phil.
Oh, 100%. Yes, Westwood. Fuck yeah. He's missed the cut the last 2 years, but he's better this year than he was last year.
I don't fight, yeah.
Here's a DraftKings special for you. Let's get some new music going. Patton Kizzire over Aaron Wise. This is on DraftKings. Aaron Wise, just super inconsistent. Aaron Wise shows up at the know-nothing tournaments where there's like nobody fucking playing, like the Puerto Rico. He finished second at the Mayakoba, 11th at the Houston Open when everyone took off after the Masters. In the real tournaments, he blows. Missed cut at the American Express. He missed the cut at this tournament last year. I'm telling you, KJ, there's two sleeper guys I like. And you and I were on Rory Sabatini that one year, and we made a shitload of money off of Rory Sabatini. Chris Kirk and Patton Kizzire. These are two guys I like this year. Patton Kizzire, 8 straight made cuts, 3 top 11 finishes in his last 5 tournaments. So if you have DraftKings, I really like Patton Kizzire over Aaron Wise. So, all right. So now that we're talking about betting, let's go ahead and talk about NBA player props. Coming off a 3-0 night, and this, if you don't have DraftKings, I feel bad because you and I are discovering some unbelievable bets on DraftKings. So the double-double parlay that I have discovered is quickly turning into one of my favorite things. So tell everyone about the double-double and then what you did last night.
Well, last night I did because I like the Malcolm Brogdon to record a double-double.
Or no, not.
Not to record a double-double. That's been solid. And then last night I saw Steph Curry was plus 725 to record a double-double against Boston. I knew it'd be a good game. And it was a good game the whole way. So
Great game.
I
Really
parlayed those and I got plus 873 and I hit. If I would have put $100 on that, I'd be getting a steak tonight. But instead, I'm going to Applebee's with my $100 win.
KJ, the high roller, put $10 on it. So,
Yeah.
So here's the thing. So in DraftKings, they have will players have a double-double or will players have a triple-double?
Right.
And a few weeks ago, I accidentally discovered you can parlay these things. So I've been putting up these plays, double-double parlays, like not to have a double-double, or yes, we'll have a double-double. And I mean, KJ, would you say 70% are hitting?
Yes.
65%
Yeah,
are
it's
hitting?
great.
And
it's like Luka Doncic, basically for the whole season, he has a double-double every night.
No,
he has a
that's
double-double.
Jokic.
Or,
We're talking about
excuse me,
Jokic.
Yeah, Jokic will have a double-double by the mid-third quarter.
And
sometimes at the half.
And Brogdon does not have, he has one double-double all season, and that was in overtime. So you throw Brogdon to not have a double-double in all of them, just all these parlays.
Speaking of which, look who's playing tonight, the Pacers.
Brogdon's out. Listen, I have.
No, they still got him at minus 670 to have a double-double. I'll take that for the no.
I don't think he's playing. You got to check the injury report on that.
Great. I don't care if he's playing. That means he's not going to have a double-double.
I think they go ahead and they cancel that bet, KJ. I don't think they give you credit if a guy didn't play.
I'm going for it.
This is a weird night in NBA props. A lot of guys sitting out, a lot of teams on back-to-backs, but I still have player props up. So, KJ, I am enjoying this on WagerTalk.com thoroughly. There are, I believe, 18 people that do NBA plays. I am number 1 doing player props. Like everybody doing the spreads and the totals, and I am number 1.
Absolutely.
It's so great, man. Special shout out to Jeremy Grant. And even though that streak is over, I've uncovered some more streaks. So it's great. Can we talk traveling in the NBA?
Yeah, we can talk traveling.
Okay.
Because
all right. So LeBron had a play the other night where it was a fast break. Lakers get the ball. I don't know who it was. Like LeBron gets out in front of everybody. The guy throws it to him, and he grabs it, takes a couple steps, and dunks it. It was a 0-0 fast break play. The next morning, I saw people like up in arms that they didn't call a travel. And I was talking to you earlier, and I was like, of all the non-travels that don't get called in the NBA, that's the one you're worried about. It was a fast break dunk opportunity, and you were talking about how many travels they don't call on the big men. Which is,
I watched in the Tennessee game last night, which I lost by a half point on my parlay. I had a 14 parlay. The Ole Miss guy with like 10 seconds to go, all I need is one more bucket out of Tennessee. The Ole Miss ball guy catches the ball, takes 2 steps, swings around, pivots, takes one more. It took 4 steps. No call. Right there in the wide open court. But the best is the water polo move when you get a 7-foot center who's like pump faking the ball and backing up into the lane, like dribbling in the air, palming the ball. It's like a guy in water polo, doing one of these numbers, and nobody sees it. Nobody sees it. Meanwhile, you got guys. I get it if you're a point guard and you can jump from the free throw line and dunk off people, or a small forward, but to not see a 6'10" guy with size 18 shoes shuffling his feet through his white shoes on dark blue paint, shuffling through the lane. Backing up like he's in a fucking rap video, backing that shit up.
like, you could call LeBron for a ton of travels. I posted one on Twitter. Chris says, yeah, the classic LeBron that I posted on Twitter is hilarious. The Corey Brewer is the worst I've ever
7
seen.
steps
Yeah,
from the circle outside of half court.
If you want to see the most hilarious travel that wasn't called, Google Corey Brewer non-called travel. It is the most ridiculous. What cracks me up about this stuff is, KJ, I've gone over this. I referee basketball. If I wouldn't call some of the travels in the NBA, if I wouldn't call those in AAU middle school games, I would be screamed at and lambasted by the coaches, and for good reason.
There it is.
We're supposed
I'm watching
to
it.
Call that shit.
I'm watching it.
Which one?
1, 2. He did, dude. He ran it in from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He took 7 or 8 steps. He ran it in from outside the 3-point line.
The Corey Brewer one is the best.
Yeah.
Dunk.
Worst travels in the NBA. What a highlight reel. It's unbelievable.
There's so many of them. But of all the LeBron non-call, we're Pacer fans. You remember the Patrick Ewing when he would be in the corner outside the 3-point lane and it would not dribble and would all of a sudden have a layup, and you're like,
yeah.
How the fuck is that physically possible? Shoulder into the chest of the guy. 5 gigantic steps flying across the lane. But, like, of all the ones to get mad at, the one the other night with LeBron, which was, I don't even know if I would have called that in a high school game. If a high school kid did that, I would let it go. But just to watch, Skip Bayless get mad about it and all those others.
I mean, here's one with a dude took 8 steps, a center, gets the ball at the top of the key, and basically just slowly twirls him. 8 steps. They counted him on it. Worst travels in the NBA. Google it. 4.5 million views. 8 steps. No call. 8.
8.
I can walk from one end of my condo to the other in 8 steps. And my dog will bark at me.
Oh God! Oh, so funny, so funny,
bad.
man. You're also not going to believe this, Cage. I have breaking news. LeBron complained to the refs the other night. I know. You're not going to believe that. A 270-pound freight train, when he goes to the basket, gets brushed on the wrist, and loses his mind as if someone assaulted his mother.
I get so sick of it.
I was trying to think who to blame.
All started,
I think it was the Doc Rivers, Chris Paul, Blake Griffin Clippers team. They took it to such a next level. I mean, they were awful about it.
I mean, it could have been back in the Bill Laimbeer days, flopping for the Pistons. Jordan did a lot of.
No, but you know what? In The Last Dance, when they showed a lot of those replays, there wasn't arguing with the refs.
No, they weren't. No,
they really in the 90s.
They had to go back and play defense, which they actually did.
Yeah, or they listened to the coach, or they huddled up or something. But like, I was trying to. Manu Ginobili did a lot of that. Tim Duncan, that Spurs team, they did a lot of secret like complaining to the refs. But Doc Rivers, Chris Paul, and Blake Griffin were next level. Like I've heard podcasts with people that had season tickets to the Clippers that were like, we're Clippers fans and it's fucking annoying. It's awful. Like it just.
Well, it's just we get it. You're never going to be happy with the call. Thanks.
Yes. I wish LeBron as a LeBron fan, it's my biggest like pet peeve with him, like if you will, like, dude, you're so much bigger, faster, and stronger than everybody. Could you quit fucking complaining about a little brush on the elbow? Yeah.
Yep.
So all right. I think
speaking of which,
yes.
I almost sent you the picture. There was a hockey player the other night that took a puck directly in the face.
Oh, I saw this. Yes.
I think he didn't miss a shift the next night. His whole face is caved in. Not complaining a bit. Just want to make sure he gets a little vision back so he can play the next night.
Can you fix my retina, please?
His whole face was caved in. And he's not complaining. He's pissed because he wants to get out there for his next line shift to be with the boys.
Meanwhile, a soccer player, if they get brushed on the shoulder, will fly down as if a grenade went off in the middle of the field.
It's unbelievable. I love hockey for that reason.
Oh, so funny. So, all right, guys. All right, end of the show. This has been great. Thank you, KJ.
I will be a better person, Andy.
You're going to be a better person. Aww.
Yeah, I'm about to get on Tinder and find a whore for the night, but go on. Just saying.
All right, guys.
That'll be my new tagline. I'll be a better person right under my name.
Dude, that would probably get you so many hits on Bumble or Tinder. Probably would. Right?
Probably more than shut your mouth and say or open up and say or whatever. But I hear you.
All right. All right, guys. All my picks can be on wagertalk.com. My Super Bowl prop package is up right now. I got 6 plays. I will tomorrow and Friday will be hot and heavy with tomorrow will be hot and heavy with NBA props. Or I'm sorry, NFL props. NBA props are up tonight. Golf package is up tonight. It's got all my European and PJ head-to-heads. KJ, awesome shit, man.
All right.
Awesome stuff.
I want your national anthem prop you hit last year.
I did hit last year, and I've got some commercial props. I also have good information on the microphone color.
Again, this is 2 years in a row. This is so great.
Well, it's 2 out of 3. Last year, remember, they fucking covered up the microphone with the black windscreen, and we got voided out. God damn it. Even though I knew what color it was underneath the windscreen.
That's good.
Oh, boy. That was
Move the stove. Andy, why is your stove outside on the deck? It's just a better place for it.
Yeah, KJ swiped left. That's why. So... All right, guys.
Good stuff.
Great stuff. Thanks for joining us. Good luck. Hope everyone makes a lot of money. We'll see you next time on Bump and Run Sports.
I think the sun just went down.